Last time since.
Last time since. Welcome back, people, to our brand new segment, totally off the cuff. Not because we have no other formal content, but if you like this,
This is the worst intro I've ever heard.
All right, you want to go? I've got COVID.
Honestly, I'll take anything. I'll take anything.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, go on. You kick it off.
That's your intro. It's your idea.
No, Basan, you did fine.
What exactly is the point of this segment? Great question. Thank you for asking. We're going to be discussing anything we've watched, seen, whatever, read, whatever. Who cares? We're just talking. It's just us three. Any media we consume. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Lads, are we actually doing this?
I've started it.
Are we actually doing this?
I've started it.
It started now.
We started now.
It started
Jay, you
now.
want to start us off?
No.
Okay, Hoshi, you want to start us off?
All right. What was the last thing I watched? I've been on. I don't know if you guys know the show on Netflix. It's called Archer.
Oh, see.
Oh, it is a banging show.
What's it about?
It is a great show, to be fair. It's an animated adult show, and it's basically about a spy agency, and the main guy is called Archer, Sterling Archer. He's the world's best secret agent, super spy, and it's just the way he interacts with his daily interactions with his missions, his colleagues. He's extremely funny because of his deadpan humor, and he's also a full-time alcoholic.
Oh, you saw that was so bad, by the way.
Horrendous.
Incredible.
Is it so? What is it like? Bond, but funny.
Okay.
Literally,
Bond,
imagine Bond,
but hilarious, bro.
Do you lot find Family Guy funny though?
Literally. Imagine Bond, but drunk.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
From the clips I watched, hilarious, bro.
The hand.
All right, what do you lot rate more, Family Guy or Simpsons?
Family Guy.
Don't you dare. That was actually, I almost vomited in my mouth, and that's not because of COVID, okay? What you should said,
that would have come out your ass.
It's his red round ring.
Are you describing the ice
This
ring?
guy's
Quantum
fucking
right now?
Saturn's rings, bro.
Bro, I got my own gravity.
I'm describing your
arsehole,
arsehole,
bro. Jay, don't be silly.
It's The Simpsons is clear, innit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've
seen clips though.
I heard that Family Guy's for nonsense.
Yeah.
Swiftly moving on.
Cool. Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, Archer's sick, lads. Archer's sick. Give it a go. It's 20-minute episodes.
Archer's
just check it out, see what you think.
Obsessed with Archer for years. And I'll tell you what the most
time.
It's his comfort show. The most interesting thing about Archer, right, is their actual spy agency was formerly known, famously known.
Say it, my son.
I'm not saying
Let it out.
I can't say it. I'm the only
Let
one
it off.
who can't say it. Yeah, there you go.
It was called ISIS.
That was the.
What did they change?
Let it off.
What did they change it to, Harshu?
That's part of the story.
Is this an American animation?
You gotta watch it to find out. You know?
Yeah. Nah, bro.
Yes.
It's Saudi Arabian.
It's my comfort show, bro. I've been watching it for years.
It could be Japanese. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
It could be an actual anime.
Nah. It's not.
Is it like?
No. It's like a normal anime.
Is it the same style as something like Invincible?
No, not even close.
No. It's actually like it starts off with like really shit animation, and then it gets better over time. But
what's the worst animation you've ever seen?
Bro.
What's that?
I'll be
freaking Zoot one.
Archer season 1.
What's the Big Les show?
Big Les show.
It can't be as
Big
bad
Les show
animation as that.
Creme de la creme. Bro, Big Les show is the best animated piece of art out there, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't ever violate.
Once, right?
Yeah, I have.
If anyone knows about Big Les show, I respect you, bro.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you know Big Les show. Comment. What are you looking at me?
Comment what?
In the comments.
How do you spell that?
Fucking dragon.
What are you looking at me?
You know what's so funny?
Fucking dragon.
We get no comments, and if the one comment was related to Big Les show, then I'm be like, you know what? We need to hang it up, bruv.
No, that would be elite. We're finally growing.
It wouldn't. Yeah, hang
CDs.
it up.
CDs.
All right. Other than
Hang it
Archer,
up,
anything
bruv.
interesting? Okay.
No, Archer.
All right.
Archer is very interesting. I'm actually the only reason I'm watching it again is because I missed the last 2 seasons, and then I saw that they came out on Netflix, and I've literally rewatched the whole show like 8 times, so now I'm just doing the whole thing again. Gonna watch the new seasons and then.
But wait, before we move
bring
on,
it up.
Masan, what is your comfort show?
I'm glad you asked that because I was just about to say I don't watch anything over and over again. There's no show that I watch. I wish I had the patience
Boring
to do something
guy.
like that.
This
I wish I
guy's
could do
so
that.
boring. What do
I
you
can't
do?
do that.
You just sit in your own depression.
Sometimes.
Oh. My
I
comfort show
mean-
right now is Brooklyn. I've been going back to season 1 because I forgot what season 1 was even like. So I'm going back from season 1, and it's the early seasons were very funny.
Elite show, man. Elite show. You finished it. You finished the last season.
Yeah, I finished the last season. I did not like the last season until probably the second last to last episode. It became so woke where it wasn't even funny.
I haven't
Lads,
seen
it
all
wasn't
of
even
it.
funny.
What does that even mean, bro? You need
Nah,
to
it was
clarify.
because
Bro,
it was the time when like the police force in America was getting fucked on. It was because of the George
Excuse me?
Floyd stuff and all that. It was
bro,
BLM
they
time,
literally
so that's
they
when
literally come back for
they
the final
rewrote.
season. First episode, Charles is like putting his fist up for Black Lives Matter. It's like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on right now?
It was forced. Like I would like it to be integrated into the show, but they rewrote the whole season just for that, which I understand and I respect. But I feel like there was a more respectful way to integrate into the show. The first 2 episodes the pace changed too quickly and it felt weird.
It felt very weird.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But
But that's a great show.
The last episode of the final season was very good.
Okay,
They
I'll
brought it all
definitely finish
together.
it soon. That's Neha's favorite as well. Neha. Every time she wakes up in the morning to go school or whatever, I'll be hearing Brooklyn continuously.
Oh, that's way
It's
different
too-
from what I used to watch before school. Lads.
What did you
Watching
used to
Brooklyn
watch?
before school. I'd put on fucking,
Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
what year are we talking? What year are we talking?
Bruv, any year, you tell me, fam.
I mean,
What were you watching?
early years, you'd put on like CBeebies and shit, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'd put
Yu-Gi-Oh.
on you put on Cartoon
She's
Network,
18.
Nickelodeon.
She's fucking 18. Well, you wanted to watch fucking Fifi and the Flower Tots at 18, bro.
Listen. There's there's a lot of good morals in that show. You can learn a lot from it.
You
What,
could-
Fifi and the Flower Tots?
Yeah, how to make friends, how to not be a bully.
Neha does need to watch that, to be fair.
Wait, hold on a second. I used to watch. You man didn't used to watch the GX reruns and used to play it.
I used to watch
Yu-Gi-Oh!
GX after school, not before school.
They used to play.
Same.
They used to play it before as well.
Oh,
I never used to watch TV before school, but I used to listen to music, bro. I was one of them
Before
kids, innit?
school.
Yeah, bro, you remember I used to get the coach with you, fam.
You
But
know what?
when from the moment I
yeah,
woke
but you
up,
can't watch TV on the coach.
nah, but you can watch it on your phone. You can watch shit on your phone, innit? Random
Did
shit.
you man do that?
Yeah,
I had
That's
a burner phone till
Yeah.
like year 12.
yeah. That sucks
What?
for you, bro.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
yeah, I
Man's
did.
saying burner legs in the trap, bro. Shut
In it,
up,
bruv. You live in the best part of Slough. You live in a fucking 4-bed, bro. Relax
Yeah,
yourself, bro.
He lives next to old school. Shout out.
Literally.
Oh, it's a 5-bed anyway.
Crazy. Anyway, so you're telling us Brooklyn?
No, I had a-
woke Brooklyn.
Thingy phone. I had a
Woke
phone with no
Brooklyn.
screen. Yeah, Brooklyn's my right now.
Wait, I don't want to move on to that, bro. He's chatting shit. He's lying. What do you mean? You
Bruv,
had a
I'll get the
burner?
phone out. It's
What
just
did you
one of
have,
those
bro?
little just numpad phones.
Not until you're 12. There's no way.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. And then I got an actual smartphone
In year 12.
in year 11 or 12, yeah.
The fuck? Maybe that's why no one texted you, bro.
I had an iPod Touch.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I remember you having some sort of screen device, bro.
I had an iPod
I just
Touch.
don't know what it was. Okay,
Brother,
that
you're
makes sense.
waffling. I saw you had WhatsApp.
On the iPod, yeah.
You can get WhatsApp on. Yeah, you can get WhatsApp on
The
iPhone.
You be
iPod had an
messaging
app
me.
store.
You were messaging me on iPad WhatsApp this whole time. Jeez.
iPod.
iPod.
Yeah,
Look at my
bro.
iPod Touch, guys. He's one of them kids, bro.
Listen,
Oh,
not
bro,
everyone had
you're
an iPhone
finished.
at 12 years old.
I didn't either, bro.
Neither did I, bro.
You had your
I
phone
had a-
confiscated. You can't chat to me.
Exactly, I had no phone.
No.
That's different from lying about having a brick phone. You had an iPod Touch, big man.
You know,
I still
one
had a
time-
brick phone.
You know, can I just
Don't count.
this is a really great side story, guys. There's no better timing to say this, all right? So I'm gonna interject right here. One time, Horseshoe.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew you were gonna isolate me somehow, bro. As soon as he said no phone, I knew he was gonna send shots. Bro. Go on, finish your story, big man.
One time, all right, Horseshoe famously had 2 phones once upon a time, right? Don't ask us why. Maybe that will be revealed on a later date. And what happened once is with his
It's not what you
phone.
think, by the way. Anyone listening, I'm not a trapper. It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Listen, maybe he was, maybe he weren't. We don't know to this day.
You could trap on one phone.
Oh, 100%. Anyway, on his trapper phone.
That's
right?
an idiot trapper, bro.
On his trapper phone, he one time, I didn't realize this, but he was pretending to be his dad or mom, I can't remember, and messaging me, right? Messaging me like the weird kid he is, pretending to be his mom or dad.
I just want to fuck with him. With him.
Like saying like, hi, Massam, this is Horseshoe's mom or dad. Can't remember which one he was pretending to be the weird kid, and was trying to get me to rat on him while he was pretending to be his parents.
I wanted to see if he snaked me, bro. He held it down though. He held it down.
What
bro.
did you ask him? What was he asking?
I was like, I don't remember why I asked him, but I remember the only reason I know this story is because you told me after, and then it clicked in my head. But I'm pretty sure it was like, you know, why has he got another phone or some shit like that?
That was it. Yeah, why has he got another phone?
I just wanted to see if he's snake me in it.
Because you took it from Usman.
Oh yeah, good.
Usman was a G, bro.
Usman plugged me.
He gave you a phone. This guy begged to Usman. He's like, Usman, please give me a phone.
No,
please. My parents took it off me.
You know, he gave me 2 phones over a period of time. Like, I had one. He got taken.
Usman was the real trapper, bro. What the?
Usman had like a desk full of phones, bro.
What the fuck's he doing?
It's because wasn't it Usman's dad that used to work for one of the phone companies? So he used to get good deals on everything.
He used to.
That could be absolute bullshit, but I'm pretty sure his dad did.
I think he just used to cycle through bare phones as well. Like, he used to have a new phone every fucking year, bro.
Yeah, Usman's that guy. Now Bradley's that guy. Every time you see Bradley, he's got a new phone now.
Is it?
Every single time.
Shout out Bradley. That's the first time we mentioned him on this pod, man. Shout out that guy. Sick guy, bro.
No one listening knows who that is.
Well, he knows, isn't it? If he listens.
All right, we've been sidetracked way too much. Massam, last time since you saw, what TV show have you been watching? Or film or anything?
So much. Where do I even start?
For anyone that's listening, he's got corona, so he's doing nothing but watching. 100%.
No. I'm actually not. I've been King Rose. You've been watching Falling in Fuzi stuff.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
You've been watching Fuzi.
No,
have you actually been watching it?
I've been watching quite a lot of YouTube, to be honest with you. I've been catching up Sidemen stuff. I saw MrBeast's new video, right? I'm going to talk about MrBeast's new videos. Pretty cool idea. MrBeast, I just don't rate him. You know, him and his mates, he's got no personality. Probably too American. Probably a divide
You're right.
there. But,
he doesn't.
But his new video is actually pretty cool. And he basically announced that it broke the most amount of views in 24 hours, which is for a non-music related thing. Which, do you want to guess how many views is apparently the record?
100 mil.
4 mil.
Well, both of you are wrong. And like 50 mil. 50 mil, I think, in the first 24 hours.
Okay.
I was closer.
You actually were. But anyway, the video is pretty interesting. He's essentially living on a raft for 7 days, him and his mates. They've got a bunch of...
Oh, I saw that.
Hamza's dream.
This is why I wanted to bring
Literally.
it up. This is
Shout
why I wanted
Hamza.
to bring up.
That guy.
Who's that?
Yeah,
we haven't addressed him yet, bruv. Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's quite literally Hamza's dream. They get in the raft in the middle of ocean, sea somewhere. Who knows? They never specified how far out. And him, 4 of his mates, and I think Laserbeam, and they've got a bunch of like stuff on board to help them survive the 7 days, including like a couple liters of water and like shelter.
Lads, what are you taking on a raft?
Well,
what are you taking on a raft? Sat phone, innit?
Flashlight.
What? Okay. You might as well just take a thought instead.
No, I can't. What? Women are objects now.
Flashlight is.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say take an object. I said who / what are you taking?
Nah. You changed the subject. You changed the question now, bro. You got clocked.
What are you taking? Is there any item that can help you with seasickness?
Fleshlight.
That is disgusting, brother.
My final year project at uni. Take that. That'll help you
Oh,
see
true.
sickness.
Oh yeah, true.
That
Oh,
was
you should speak on it. You know,
That's
car
what
sickness.
I thought it was normal walking, like stabilizing when you're walking. It wasn't car sickness, is it?
it was just any type of motion,
Okay.
mostly
Well, the point
terrestrial
is,
motion. But yeah,
all 7 of them got severely seasick.
yeah, I'm not
I'm not
surprised.
surprised, bro.
Yeah. So
Madness.
video in itself was really meh. Can't lie to you.
So
Pretty
how
hard
long were they on
video.
this raft for? Were they like
7
fishing and
days.
shit?
Yeah, they were fishing and stuff. 7 days. They had some rations that they were basically using. It was literally like Raft, the video game. They had their own
I was
cooker.
about to ask that. You know,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick.
But they had their own cooker there as well. But the thing is, they went through like a torrential storm, which destroyed their shelter, and it was like pouring for 24 hours straight. So they must have been pretty far from inland. Like I said, they never specified where exactly. But yeah, I would do that video.
Nemo.
I would send me out 7 days and we'd get 50 million views.
you would do that video
Oh, no doubt. If
with
you told-
no support crew around. It's just you.
Well, okay, no, they had the support crew by essence of having 5 of them there. But if you had the same setup and I had like 4 man to go with, 50 million views for Atypical, you might not doing it.
Wait, I think Jay means that. Was there another set like in a boat
Yeah,
or
with
something
it.
like that? There was a peep. If shit goes left, you
They
know what I'm saying?
100% would have had life
Probably,
like
probably.
actual lifeboats,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Okay,
yeah.
would you need them there for you to be convinced to go? Would you
Well,
need the
first of all,
people
I can't
support?
swim, so
This is what I'm
But you're on
saying.
a raft.
If that
I
raft
can't
turns
swim.
over, your chance of surviving is 0%.
50 mil. It's calm.
Yeah, I can't. I'd probably die. And the boat for them is pretty far out, to be honest with you, because they do the drone shots and you can't really see anybody
Okay,
that close. Nowhere.
could be the
shot.
zoom. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think his personality is the driest thing I've ever seen. It is mad, bro. It is mad.
no,
like,
but
he
shout out
doesn't
him
have-
though, innit?
What is going on?
You know what it is? Like his video ideas are amazing. Like he
Yeah.
has such good concepts, and that's why people watch his videos. But I don't think he's got like. And this might be bad because we might not get sponsored by MrBeast Burgers in the future, but I couldn't
Bro.
care less, bro.
Mr. Beast,
not-
Mr. Beast Burgers. You know he's beefing with the company.
sued,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
You
beating
get
his
sued.
own
Yeah.
company, bro.
100 million lawsuits. So, brother, don't worry about his Beast Burgers.
This guy just came out and said, "I'm suing my own company because it's shit quality."
You know what? That's one way to get ahead. That's one way to get ahead.
That's one way to get ahead.
Oh, Sidemen could never do that.
Yeah, the sides couldn't, bruv.
Could never do that.
Sides could never.
Sides could never.
Oh, man.
But anyway, other than YouTube, I have not been watching anything interesting. I would say
Okay.
Last of Us, but none of you men are still yet to watch that.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, it's on
Still
the
behind.
list.
Yeah.
Just like the game is on the list.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're
why
a
did it take you
freaking
so long to
degenerate, bro? No,
finish?
it hasn't. But it's just been a while since we talked about what we watched, innit?
Oh, okay, got you. Got
Yeah.
you, got you.
But other than that, I've been watching Japanese cartoons quite a lot of it.
Anime.
Yeah, Japanese
Animation.
cartoons. Animation. And that's it, really. Nothing else.
Nice.
What's your go-to anime right now?
Bleach.
Oh, is the revamp out?
Yeah. Season 2
Oh.
started.
What's the quality like? The quality of animation?
Unbelievable, bruv.
Is it?
Unbelievable, yeah.
Have we reached
Serious?
that? If you lot remember, okay, so there's like 90s animes, which everyone understands. It was back in the 90s, right? The quality of the animation is not great, but the stories were sick. Then
Yeah.
you get to like 2010s, you get to like Attack on Titan come out, and then there's like a new gen animation, stuff that's never been
Yeah.
seen before, super fluid. Are we
Yeah.
at that next stage yet where it's just unreal shit?
Depends. Anime is too expensive, so you still get some crazy shots. Right now, One Piece is going off the roof, but it's like the most important moment ever in One Piece right now. And what's really crazy, really amazing, talking about animation, is the One Piece thing is very Looney Tunes inspired. I'll just say that. And hence, they've actually gotten Warner Brothers animators involved in the current episodes.
Oh,
Because-
wow.
Yeah, because some Looney Tunes stuff is going on. So it's pretty awesome. So Japanese animators are actually venturing out a lot more. There's actually a really famous guy, particular animator, his name is Vincent Chenard, French Don, who's like considered the top tier Don. And there's actually a really cool documentary because they like export it out to this French kid He's like, I don't know, he looks like in his 20s and he's just banging it out.
He's a
And,
whiz.
and he's unreal. He's unreal. Like, things called hit shots, which are like the certain still frames, because obviously anime is also done where it's like 24 shots, right? But his still shots are the most nuttiest things. He's got like 50 different things in his still shots. I'll show it to you, Jay. But it's
Yeah, you have
nuts.
to show it.
Yeah. So you got dons like that. You got the upper echelon dons, but not consistently. Nah, not consistently.
Mm,
It's still nothing. I would still say like peak anime is still the Demon Slayer stuff.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That is top tier. But
Yeah.
it would be so sick if we start seeing like everyday animes with Spider-Verse style quality animation.
Yeah.
That would be
Long way
so
away though.
nice.
Long way away though.
Yeah, standard. That's pretty sick.
Exciting times.
But yeah, I
Exciting
think
times.
that wraps us up, right? I don't think there's anything
Nah.
else.
Jay,
I ain't even gone.
Oh, you talk about Brooklyn. All right, fine. You can talk about a legitimate TV show now.
Okay. All right. There's three things I can talk about. One's a YouTube thing, one's a documentary, and one's a film. Which one do you?
No one
Which
asked.
one should I say?
Documentary. no one did
You
ask. to be
clearly-
fair.
Okay. Documentary. That's what you want. You're leaving that to last.
yeah.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
On Netflix, if you lot have seen, I just recently saw the documentary about Pepsi. Have you lot heard about this? It's called Pepsi.
No.
Where's my jet?
Yes,
No.
I do know about this.
All right.
It
So
was the points
yeah,
system.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it or you don't know about it, a while ago, I don't know when this actually. I think it was the 90s that this happened. Yeah, it was the 90s. Pepsi put out this promotional ad across America. Well, it was in a few different America, Canada. I don't think it was Europe or Asia. Where they basically said they were rolling out this whole new system where you could, every time you buy a Pepsi, you'll get a certain amount of points, and then you can use those points to buy merch in a Pepsi catalog. So, like the Argos catalog, there'll be like Pepsi T-shirts, Pepsi caps, all that type of stuff. So you could buy actual cans. You buy like a pack of 12 cans for like 5 points, and then when you rack up 50 points, you can buy a T-shirt, that type of shit, right? And it goes on. Then at the end of this catalog, they put what they refer to as a fantasy buy, something that intrigues people to get the catalog to see, oh, what could happen if I could do this, if I could rack up enough points. So they said if you can rack up 7 million points, you can get a military F-15 jet, a Harrier jet. Okay. And then they rolled out this advert across the country that had like a schoolboy waking up in the morning, getting in his jet and like going to school in his jet, parking it in the schoolyard and shit, and then going to school. Absolute nutty stuff. Looked really sick. But obviously, everyone in the creative agency making that ad and everyone in Pepsi thought, yeah, this is obviously a joke. No one can make 7 million points. Then this one kid, well, I say kid, is like a teenager at the time. He was like, F this, I'm going to go for the 7 million points. So he knew a few people, some few rich people. One guy he used to go mountaineering with. He did mountaineering a lot. He's like climbed Everest and stuff. He's a proper adrenaline junkie. So one of his mates, who's quite older than him, is a businessman, very rich, very wealthy. They started making a plan. Okay, can we actually buy these many Pepsi cans to actually do this? They did a bit of maths, and they realized for about $3 million, you could buy enough Pepsi cans to be able to get 7 million points. Problem with that is you'd have so many Pepsi cans that you'd have to put them in warehouses, and the warehouses would have to be massive. Like you'd have to have 3 states worth of like warehouses to be able to fill all these Pepsi cans. So there was no way they were doing that. And then like the plan fell through. They couldn't really do it. Then the kid was looking through one of the catalogs, and he realized at the end of the catalog there was a fine print where it said instead of buying Pepsi cans, you can just straight up buy the points for cash, right? And then he realized for $700,000 you can buy 7 million points.
Wow.
Oh my days, it's a loophole and a half.
So this guy sent a check to Pepsi headquarters. He sent a check for 700 grand, and he said, I want my jet. And bear in mind, the jet is worth $32 million. So he sent the 700k jet, and then Pepsi sent the check right back to them with 2 tokens of Pepsi cans. And they said, yeah, nice joke. And then the guys were like, F this, we're going to sue you. And then they went into a sue war and like courtroom drama and all that type of stuff.
Did they win?
No, they ended up losing in the end.
What?
They lost.
They ended up losing, yeah.
No way.
It was wild.
That
It went
judge
all
got
the way.
paid.
It went all the way to a judge, and basically what happened is they were arguing we want a jury because we want it to be a jury decision because it is essentially like the kid was like 20 at this point, and this period of suing back and forth went on for like 5 years or so. By the end of it, they were like, we want a jury because it's my generation that they were advertising to, and I believe that my generation would think that is a real offer for that jet. But then the opposition, Pepsi, was saying, well, we don't want it to go to a jury. We just want the judge to do it because we think no one in their right mind would think it's a real offer, and we can get a judge on our side because it's corporate shenanigans. They ended up not having a jury vote, and they ended up getting a judge that always sides with the corporation. And then they basically said, yeah, piss off.
Damn.
That's some underdog shit, man. That's so stupid.
Pepsi out here. That's why Coca-Cola's better.
Boycott them. We're never drinking it again.
It's funny you say that.
Atypical hates
Funny you
it.
say that because in the documentary, every person they interviewed, they did a blind taste test of Coke and Pepsi to see who would choose what.
Yeah,
And like all the Pepsi dons were choosing Coke.
that's hilarious. Do you guys think Pepsi and Coke taste different?
Yes,
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Sweeter.
they definitely
Pepsi's-
do.
definitely tastes different. Pepsi always leaves a like the regular Pepsi always leaves a weird aftertaste in your mouth. It's
Yeah.
like also it's almost like a layer of sugar, which Coke
Yeah.
doesn't really do.
You know what? Every time I think about Coke and Pepsi, I always think about that Little Nicky moment. Anyone seen Little Nicky?
No.
Nah.
Bro, Little Nicky is this Adam Sandler movie. Prime Adam Sandler, okay? Prime. Little Nicky is basically the son of the devil, and he comes to Earth, essentially. It's like a fish out of water scene. And there's a moment where he's trying to like his super ability and he's getting really angry. Thing about Little Nicky, by the way, is Little Nicky is not aged well. Let's just say it's not aged well at all.
So standard Adam Sandler film.
Standard Adam Sandler, because the jokes in that are not appropriate by modern day standards. One Little Nicky is essentially he's on the spectrum, let's just say. And at that bro, there's a moment when
I
he
just
gets-
saw it coming, bro.
There's a moment when he gets angry, and he gets really angry, and he basically turns the Pepsi into a Coke, and like that's like the crescendo of the joke of his abilities. You should watch that, Jay. I'm telling you, you'll flipping love that. You and you gotta watch Little Nicky. It is one of the most outrageous films. And like the thing is, it's a lot about the devil because obviously he is the son of the devil. But yeah, flipping watch that.
Illuminati, mate.
But I was
Not even,
watching
honestly.
the other day. I was watching a film that I've seen it for the first time. Never seen it before. Super old school film, very highly regarded. For the first time, I saw Gran Torino. If either of you've seen that,
Oh, I've
with
always
Clint
wanted to watch
Eastwood.
that. Yeah.
Very, very good film. I enjoyed it a lot. It's one of those films where not a lot happens, but loads happens over the course of the film. But it's basically just like an old guy living out his life, his last years of his life. And it's about his relationship with his family versus relationship with his neighbors, and how his neighbors end up almost becoming his family because he gets closer to them than his real family. But his neighbors are Asians, right? And this is a very old film. His neighbors are Asians, and the entire film, he just calls them derogatory terms. The entire film, like every 2 minutes. And it's like, bro, this compares to when Jackie Chan went into that bar and said, "What's up?"
I want to say he got
Madness.
nominated for an Oscar for that. Clint Eastwood.
He
I
might
wanna
have done. It
say-
was a cool. I would recommend you both watch it. It's very good.
Yeah, I've
Check
always
it
wanted
out.
to. I'm like 90% sure he got nominated for that.
Do you lot think our generation's gotten too cold and too like snowflakey?
Well, not our generation.
Nah, not the generation after us.
Generation after us, yeah.
We still find the Jackie Chan scene funny as hell,
Oh yeah, 100%.
right?
I don't think you
100%.
can. Our generation still lived off a lot of that, residual.
The good shit.
Yeah.
good
So I don't think you can. I don't think you can say our generation, but definitely the one after us, no doubt.
It's so mad how Gen Alpha is Gen Alpha the one that's after us right now, or is
Gen
Are
Z.
we-
Are we Gen Z?
I
We are
think we
technically
come
Gen
into
Z.
Gen
Yeah,
Z.
but we don't associate ourselves with Gen Z, right?
No, we don't.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I reckon like the Gen Z nowadays that are teenagers, they are way more snowflakey than us, who are like in between basically Gen Z and millennials.
The thing is, Gen Z, I think officially ends 96, so that's why we're even like teetering on that side.
Yeah.
yeah,
so that's why.
True.
Flipping. I tell you, it's funny you say that though, because I did watch this video. It's this Theo Von last thing I watched this week.
Of course. Oh yes. Oh,
It was a
Theo's
Theo
top tier,
Von-
man.
it was a
He's
Theo
amazing,
Von
man.
Pod with the who's the workaholics guy? Adam Devine, I think Adam Devine.
Oh yes, yeah, Adam Devine,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good one. And they were just talking about something. They got me with the clickbait video, which is something I've always constantly talked about my mate about. But the fact that like comedies nowadays, nothing like the comedies back in the day, right?
Shit, man.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
And even they were talking about like the last real great one that hit the cinema was probably like something like Superbad, right? Which is like 2008 or something. And he was just Theo and Adam were talking, and they were just like trying to theorize why they think that is. And the idea is like, it's a good point. It's a good point. And his point was back in the day, pre-Marvel, we'll say pre-Marvel because that's when Hollywood execs were like, okay, superhero movies make like 700, 800 million. You'd get like 20 to 30 like comedy movies in a year, just 20 or 30. And nowadays you don't even get as many. Like, what's the last comedy, just pure comedy movie dropped? Like, you'll never get Meet the Parents
In cinemas.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's saying like
rare.
pretty much like it's because you had so many dropping that you'd kept the one diamond in the rough. But because there's not any dropping nowadays, you don't even get the diamond in the rough sort of thing.
Yeah.
But like, for
It's
example,
limited.
yeah, like Meet the Parents, like something like that. I don't really remember anything related like that. In the cinema, it's either an indie movie, like an A24 indie movie, might be horror based, or a superhero movie, or a big action flick. Pretty much,
Yeah.
that's all it is, which is true.
But I feel like that's also why people are gravitating so much more towards. That's why comedy podcasts, I believe, are blowing up so much right now because there's a gap in the market for that dark humor where people just want to tune into the old shit. It's the closest you're ever gonna get because stand-up comedians still have that raw element to them, which is you can't find that elsewhere.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's a good theory. I like that. Why comedy podcasts are popping off and not ours?
Not ours, mate. If
We
only
don't
we're
have dark humor.
We do. Let's not lie, lads. We fucking do. We're trying to not get cancelled, lads. That's all it is.
If you want us to get cancelled, leave a like.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment, bro.
Comment ISIS down below.
Hey, yo. None of that, please. None of that.
And on that note,
nah, we're not leaving on that bombshell.
Oh, you rinse me for Top Gear, then you say it.
Yeah, Jay. You got it.
Beautiful.
All right, let's sign ourselves out. If people like this segment, what's it called again, Jay?
Fucking hell. Last time since.
Is this last this with is that...
Yeah. You're gonna put on the thumbnail. Say less.
I don't know what the thumbnail is gonna be.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out the Atypical podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said it correctly.
You got it wrong.
Lads,
you got it wrong, bro.
I'm pretending.
Archie, hold up the gloves.
No, you know it's. I'm just not hitting it. I'm just not here.
Bro, you still got it wrong.
What? I thought I got right.
It's the Atypical podcast.
He said that.
Oh
He said that.
You said at Atypical podcast, I swear.
Nah, he said the. He said the.
No.
Okay, I apologize.
Right anyway.
I apologize.
At the Atypical podcast, and make sure you leave a comment, please. For the love of God, please leave a comment. Please. Honestly, I beg. All right, and peace.
Goodbye.